Hi, my name is Kate Hudson Hall. I am an author, therapist, and podcaster. My new book has been released called Anxiety Hacks, with proven techniques, tools, and tips to calmness. So if you suffer from generalized anxiety, panic attacks, or feel abnormally anxious about certain things, within Anxiety Hacks, I show you how you can overcome these conditions successfully, enjoy a healthy and carefree life. My website is katehudson-hall.com. Anxiety Hacks is available now on Amazon.
Hi, this is TV comedy impressionist Christopher G from the other side of the pond saying hi, and I love the Queen Silvy Show.
Today on the Queen Silvy Show, performing in Canada, Europe, and United States for over 35 years, sharing his journey of trials and tribulations of success, along with some phenomenal music, including the hit song Georgia Wine, Canadian-American singer, songwriter, musician, Robbie Litt.
Hi, this is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim, and thank you for dropping in on another terrific Tuesday on the multiple award-winning Queen Silvy Show. It is now my absolute pleasure to introduce to you the world's sexiest granny, my favorite host in the world, Queen Silvy.
Yes, it is me, Queen Silvy, on this terrific Tuesday. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. Ooh, I hope you're so ready. We have some super greatness in store for you. You are in for a treat.
Indeed, you
Smooth, how are you today?
I'm doing terrific on this Tuesday, Queen Silvy, and how are you doing?
As always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious,
Oh, yeah.
suppose, is 24/7 Queen Silvy. You are just simply amazing.
I know. Amazing, I know.
Yes, you are.
Well, true that. I am amazing, hey. But you are amazing, Smooth. You are amazing, as well as our guests and announcements for today.
Hey, we have a guest that has been in Canada, Europe, the United States, traveling for over 35 years, playing his music and sharing his gift. We have singer-songwriter Robbie Litt.
Oh, yeah.
And I think everybody's going to enjoy him. And as far as announcements, Queen, absolutely. Our hearts and prayers are going out to the world, the people of Ukraine, people all over the world, actually, that, are suffering from the various things. And even here in the United States, and, hey, stop the violence and start handing out love instead of bullets. How about that? Also, if you would, please take a moment and look at the top of the screen, and you're going to see scrolling ways to get a hold of the Queen Silvy and myself. And if you would, go to www.thequeensilvyshow.com, and that's the easiest way. Go over to the contact tab, scroll on down, and drop us your email. Sound like Little Rascals. Now, Anyway, you're bad. Because you are worth it, though. You know what? Foxy 5 Jewelry. Sassy, elegant, and affordable, fashionable jewelry and accessories for you and or that someone special. That's right. Go ahead and get hold of Monica Wright on Facebook or visit her website at www.foxy5jewelry.com. Another way to keep up with the Queen and myself is to go to our YouTube page.
Yes.
And when you're on YouTube, simply look into the search engine, drop in The Queen Silvy Show. You'll get the results of all 3 of our shows, as well as some other projects that the Queen and I work on. And while you're there, we would appreciate it if you would please subscribe. How about analytics?
Hey.
How about those?
Hey.
How about Australia, Africa, the Bahamas, Barbados, Canada, the Dominican Republic, Ireland, wow, Jamaica, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States.
Yes.
Wow, oh, wow.
Yes. Shout out.
Thank you for tuning on into the show. We appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
absolutely. You know what? In fact, if you are watching this live, I want you to know Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on an archive,
Our love is everlasting.
our love is everlasting. We love and appreciate you on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Hey, you have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get some of the super greatness we have in store for you. Phone lines are open. If you want to call and ask our guests a question, give a shout out at Smooth or myself. That number is 817-602-0577. That is the number to the Queen Silvy Show. Before I get things going with my magnificent guest, what I'd like to do at this moment is, yes, I'd like to share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. Never underestimate the power of passion. You see, passion changes everything. And if you want to be successful in this world, you have to follow your passion and believe in yourself. Now, I believe every person is born with talent. And when talent meets passion, success happens. That's right. So take talent plus your passion plus action, and that equals your superpower, baby. Yeah. And those are some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. We all have this superpower. Yes, we do. Hey, someone's just messaged right now about the shout outs, and I will give those shout outs later on in the show, as well as Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game. We have our last contestant for the month of February going for all that cash. Let's see how that contestant does. That's later on. But right now, hey, performing in Canada, Europe, and the United States for over 35 years, encompassing traditional music combined with his own unique style of Americana music. Live from Blue Ridge, Georgia, I introduce to you the one and only singer, songwriter, musician, Robbie Litt.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Is that where you are right now in Blue Ridge?
I am. I had to find a spot where I could get a signal to talk to you guys. You're amazing. Before anything, I just want to say thank you so much for being awesome and supporting people.
Now, as soon as they say Blue Ridge, I already know you in the mountains.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? I like that though. I love the mountains. You know, before we get into our conversation with you, I want to share something, because sometimes it's the little things that matter, right? But
Absolutely.
You and me, well, let me say, you and your queen, Smooth, and myself have some things in common that I find is so freaking unique that I gotta share it right now like this. Robbie, you are a music head. I'm a music head. If you've been doing music for that many years, you are a music head. I like to say music head. But you are a sensational singer who performs everywhere. I am a sensational singer that performs in the shower. Okay, it's just the shower. The shower works for me. But move that aside and let's talk about your queen, because audience, give it up to this queen. I charge them every night, because Queen Ruth Ann and Smooth Tim has in common they both have retired as a lieutenant in the sheriff department. Hello, yes, baby, yes. Over 25 years. I think Tim is like 26 or 27 years.
Don't
Don't give all of that away.
Okay, I'm not going to tell his age, but listen, he retired, a lieutenant in the Wood County Sheriff Department, and Queen Ruth Ann has also. But then there's something else about your queen that I am just so fascinated about. I know we're supposed to talk about you, but listen, she plays the bass. Oh, that is my dream, to play the bass. We have guitars all over here, and I said that I was getting a bass in the next month. I'm like, what? There she is. I'm showing a picture of that queen. That's fantastic.
That's at the Bluebird in Nashville. That was a cool night. Yeah,
that is cool.
She's really good on the bass. You got to do it if you want to play the bass. She would tell you if she was here.
I have been so studying this bass. I used to play the spoons. That's where it started for me in music, straight up. Mom would tell you to go outside and play. I know, have nothing to do. I take 2 sticks and flick those sticks together and make me some music. But I've come a long ways from there right now. But listen, enough said. I did want to shout out your queen, because it is so important to have someone in your corner, someone that has your back, and then someone who shares that passion together. And that's what Smooth and myself has been doing for over 15 years now. So yeah, I know that it means a great deal, and I wanted to do that. But moving on, you're very welcome. I know that your dad was a big inspiration for you, but for yourself professionally, when and why did you get into music?
Like you said, my dad was a musician growing up, and they were, I don't know if they call them boomers now or what, but they got pregnant really young. My dad was 15, my mom was 16, and I guess that happened to her.
Mine's too.
Really?
I swear. She was 14 and she got married and jumped the broom at 15.
There you go. And they stayed together, and but they met, playing music, and my dad was playing music, and he kind of gave it up, and kind of, I guess you could say, lived vicariously through us. He saw me getting interested in it, and I've always been kind of a mess, actually. Like I the way I put it, to make it short, is I say I'm emotionally constipated.
I know. I know. I was going to ask you about that too in a minute, because you did. I heard you say that exact thing. But is it true about you, Robbie, that you gave up high school because you were seriously ADHD?
Yeah. Where'd you did I write that somewhere?
No, baby, I'm good. I am good at what I do. I'm just good at what I do. I like my job, just like you like your music, right?
What else do you know about me?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell. Hey, you know what else I know about you? Seriously, you heard the term jack of all trades, right?
Mm-hmm.
I call you Robbie of all trades, because you build, you love bugs, you love the wilderness and wildness, and man, I'm crazy because I do too. I swear, are you my brother from another mother?
You're freaking me out, girl.
But I'm right?
You are.
Wait, blame the internet.
No, I take my job seriously, and I find you to be fascinating. I mean, that's why I'm starting out like blown away on your queen, blown away on everything that you like doing. Ooh, I love all of that stuff. I mean, I'm a tomboy.
And he likes doggies. Got a doggy buddy.
Yeah, you do. You have, and is a girl or boy?
It's a girl. It's Eleanor Rigby.
Is that a full poodle or like a snickerdoodle?
She's supposed to be one of those cockapoos, but half supposed to be. I think they might have pulled the fast on us, but we love her anyway.
Cute dog.
Right. Well, she's
pretty.
well behaved too at that. But then what's that?
She's pretty good. She's spoiled rotten, but she's good.
We have a spoiled rotten boxer, so she's, it is what it is, but we love her just the same. But with your ADHD, has it affected you any way throughout your professional music career?
Not at all. Just kidding.
Okay.
Well, I get up, asked Ruth. There's a reason, besides my wife is a wonderful person, but there's kind of a half funny reason why my wife is my bass player, and it's partly because nobody else wants to play with me. I'm hard to get along with.
You are.
Yeah, I'll be up on stage and I'll be playing a song, and then another one will pop into my head, and I'll just start playing the next one.
Wait, I have that same problem. Wait,
I swear, Tim plays the guitar.
I do that all the time. I can be right in the middle of a song, and all of a sudden
here
it just
another
here
one.
comes
I'm like,
another one.
oh my God, Tim. But that's all right. That's brains at work right there. That's creativity flowing. It just flows a little faster than other people, but it's all good. But being that you've been in the industry, being that you've been making music and been here and there for over 35 years, backtrack just a little bit and share with me some of the highlights or memorable moments that you have for your career.
Playing the Bluebird was really cool, and it's it's such an iconic place, and it's just it's a little divey place, but it's so iconic. I mean, Garth Brooks was there a couple of months ago, and
Wow.
Taylor Swift popped in, or people like that, and it's just one of those iconic places. That's one place. What else? I won a songwriting contest in Ontario once. That was really cool. We played the CNE, the Canadian National Exhibition. Opened up for a few big bands. But I think one of the highlights of my career ever was just driving down a mountainside in British Columbia and hearing one of my songs playing on the radio randomly without realizing that it was even on there, and it was just floored me. That's
wow.
One of the greatest things. And another great thing is when somebody just comes up to you and says, your song really touched me. Like I got one song called We Don't Talk Much. I don't know if that's on the roster today or not, but that's one that everybody I've had big tough biker dudes come up.
That's all right.
That song, and that's always special. It makes you want to keep doing what you're doing, I think.
Oh yeah. But now tell me, Tim, show this photo for me. Is this you, by the way? I wanted to show. No, I know that's you.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you jamming. But this other picture I want to show.
I only have two.
You don't have the voice?
No.
Okay, he didn't have that picture. But did you try out for The Voice?
I did. Yeah, we went to Las Vegas, and we made it to the level where they start asking you, to sign your life over. It's not the greatest.
Oh yeah.
We know all about
this. We know all about it. We've had many guests that's made it through there, and I tell you, I do not like those shows. They're so controlling, and a person want to be your own authentic self, and they try to control too much. I don't even watch them anymore after having a couple guests on telling me something.
We had a very young, talented, what was he, 14 at the time?
At the time.
And they wanted him singing some Johnny Cash. And he's like, that's not even in my vocal range, so why would they throw that at me? You know what we're talking about here.
No, but we're not going to get into it, but the producers played his head on some things. We'll tell you about that stuff in another private moment. But, it is what it is. It's experience, nevertheless, just something you can chunk up like Carnival Cruise Line. You were on that, right?
I did.
I know your social security number. No, wait a minute.
Not yet. I haven't wiped him out.
No, these are things that I think are pretty cool. Is why I'm bringing them up. I mean, that's like a free vacation right there.
It was for me. I was going. A lot of my songs are about they're all none of them are formulated. They're all about personal experiences, and my time with the cruise line was not my greatest hour. It was kind of a fallback gig that I'm not saying it was a bad gig. It was very good for me at the time. But a lot of people don't realize that a lot of people that are working on cruise ships are there kind of hiding out, trying to get through something. And which was the case for me. I was going through a divorce, and it was probably one of the worst times of my life. But it was a good place to be at that time because I could just sing. They work the heck out of you. You perform 4 hours every day.
Wow.
And a lot of the people younger than me, so they'd lose their voice, and they'd say, "Hey, Robbie, can you fill in?" I'd be playing 6-8 hours a day.
Wow.
Sometimes.
Wow.
And it really muscles, like it really worked my chops, and I really do not regret doing that at all. It was really good experience.
You're better than me because you got out there with all that water, and I'm not gonna.
Well, you think about it, you eliminate a lot of distractions. Obviously, since you were going through some mental, emotional issues at the particular time, that helps, and then it gives you time to focus on your actual art.
That's it, Smooth, and also, yeah, like you said, but also you're able to make money while you're doing all that, and that gives you a little bit of, purpose, I guess.
It gives you the time you need. That's what it is.
Well, I respect you for all your experiences. They really attracted me. I admire it. Is why I brought these things up, because I think that they're great. But moving on now, you're with a magnificent team, the Nashville Entertainment Weekly, and I have to always shout out the beautiful Queen Jill, because she is hooking up some great artists, and she's very supportive of everyone that's under the Nashville Entertainment Weekly team. So shout out to her. Donnie here is typing in and asking, what instruments do you play?
You're not going to believe this, but I'm actually a bass player. I never taught my wife a thing on. I'm a bass player. Originally, I played with my dad and a bunch of bands growing up, and I always looked older, so I'd go in and play with other bands when I was underage to be in a bar, and that's where music happens most of the time these days. But now my main instrument's guitar, and I play harmonica. And what else? That's about it. I can play a little bit of mandolin. I've been keyboard, but I'm mostly guitar. Okay. And harmonic, electric, acoustic, lead, rhythm.
Mm-hmm. So whether it's back in 35 years or even today, whenever anyone starts out in the industry, you have to kind of like find your own style and your own voice. A lot, you of course, start out doing cover songs, but eventually you want to start writing and you want to start doing and putting out your own stuff. But how would you characterize yourself or describe your own development as an artist and a musician?
I grew up in a little place in the middle of the Great Lakes called Georgian Bay. That was the area in Ontario, Canada, and it's very, very hockey oriented. If you know anything about hockey towns, that they call them hockey towns, it's kind of like football is here, only it's hockey, and it's really rough and guys fight and all that. And I played street hockey, but I was more into playing music, and so that influenced me a lot. And I kind of hid in my music. So I guess the question you're asking, I could be Neil Young. Neil Young was in a place called Omimi, about 2 hours away from where I grew up. And I kind of learned how to play guitar and sing and play harmonica by learning his songs. I always loved his music growing up, and it was easy to play. It was simple chords. And my dad when he kind of had to retire from music, he DJ'd and he always said it was like the closest thing you get to being a musician. That's all he could do. He didn't have time to go out and play and practice and put a band together. So he'd DJ, and he had cases and cases of old 45s. There was a lot of 70s music. I just love that music. Everything from Motown to your hippie rock and your just awesome stuff. Stones and Beatles.
Right on. See, that's why I called you music head, because you know a lot about music. I mean, it's not just one genre, and these days everyone is more of a multi-genre type of an artist, where they combine different music in their thing. Are you still here? Do you still hear me? Because I see you on a little freezing and those mountains taking over the website. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think he totally froze up for a second. That's okay. He'll be right back. Yeah. You know what we ought to do? Why don't we play one of his videos?
Georgia Wine, which I was going to do anyway. It's a fantastic song. And then we'll get back and we'll talk more with Robbie Litt right here on the Queen Silvy Show. Sit back and enjoy one of his hot songs entitled Georgia Wine.
Count the
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ah, that was a good old
That
song.
was so good. Woo, you missed Georgia Wine.
Oh, got it. No audio.
Can't hear you.
That was real good.
That was outstanding.
Here we go.
There we go.
So we just played Georgia Wine, which will be is it featured now or will be featured as a promotion of Georgia Wine Highway?
It's been featured. It still is. We're using it on a commercial for the Georgia Wine Highway. Yeah.
How cool is that? Now, where was this video taken at? Where was that shot?
A place just outside of LJ called Ott's Winery. It's just a real beautiful, beautiful spot.
It really is. It really is. That was a great song. This is part of your fourth album entitled "Go That Far," right? 8 tracks on there.
Yes.
So what are the names of the other albums you have that's out there and available?
We've got Better Days Ahead is a pretty popular one. Go That Far, and how do I forget my album name?
That's all right.
You know,
I have to do that all the time.
ADHD.
What's Tim's phone number? I don't know. I have to look it up again.
Don't ask me my phone number.
Right?
Bound for Glory.
Right. Okay. So when you said back about emotionally constipated, tell me what you meant by that.
I think you guys might know. I mean, if you know, a part of the reason I think, this is just my opinion, why artists are artists is we don't express ourselves like regular people. You know, we have a hard time, or I do. I'm just going to talk about me. I have a hard time expressing myself. I'm very emotional. I'm very passionate. All these things. I get accused of it sometimes, and sometimes I get complimented on it. But that's how I express myself. Is I get those feelings out when I feel strongly about something, or something bothers me, or I'm happy about something. I quite often I'll write a song about it, and it's just me expressing myself, and then I feel better afterwards. And it's kind of the same thing. Whereas other people cry or talk about it or go to counseling or whatever. It's kind of my way of dealing with things and expressing myself.
So have you ever written a song that represents you, Robbie Litt?
Every one of them.
Every one. That's what's up. That's what's up. So see, your songs is a whole documentary of you.
I have a quick question. Is what made you leave Canada and move down into the Appalachians?
That's a long story, but basically what happened was I was going through a tough time. I have 4 children, and I was going through a divorce. My wife wanted a divorce, and my ex-wife now wanted a divorce, and I couldn't fix things. And I come up from a family that we just don't give up on things. We keep going and going, even if you're married, you know, that kind of thing. And so it was really hard for me to accept that was happening, and I didn't know what to do about it. And at the same time, she wanted to move to Windsor, Ontario, with the kids, and we were going to try to work it out, and it didn't work out. But Windsor was kind of in a really bad area. The car plants were closing down, and there wasn't really places to work, and there wasn't places for musicians. So I called up one of my agents and asked if they had anything out of town, and she said, "Well, would you like to go on a cruise line?" And I said, "Yeah, that sounds really good, because I can make good money. I can get away, kind of deal with things." I ended up on the cruise line for a 6-month contract on the Mediterranean up and down in Europe, and came back, and I was hoping things would be better, that time away would help, and it wasn't. And then I took another contract after visiting with my kids for a bit. I took a contract in Jacksonville, Florida, and that's where I met Ruth Ann. And I was in the middle of the thick of my divorce. At that point, we'd made up our mind that it wasn't going to work, and she asked for a divorce, and then in walked Queen Ruth Ann, and that was the best thing.
All right. You know, I'm not telling everything, but man, your story is just sort of like our story when we met.
And so you all moved up from Jacksonville there, then that's how you got into the Blue Ridge area?
Well, okay. So you'll appreciate this, Smooth. She was she retired as a lieutenant. If you've been to Jacksonville or you know anything about Jacksonville, you know it's a big old city.
Oh, yeah.
And there's tons of live music venues. It's a great place to work. And this is the story I tell on stage often about Georgia Wine especially, but it's also a very violent city. Like, people are being shot pretty much every day.
Wow.
It's very noisy. And for some reason, a lot of police officers, law enforcement, and military like to retire up in this area. And I get it because it's night and day. After being here for as long as we have, a couple of years now, we go back to Jacksonville, do a show. And even when it's quiet, it's not quiet. And it's just, you just feel like you're in a sanctuary up here. It feels like God's country. You know what I mean? And it just, so, my mother-in-law lives here, and that's kind of why we got introduced to it. But then when we got here, we found this house, and it's gorgeous. I get antsy. We have a little bit of a conflict between us, because Ruth just wants to sit and have animals and just stay at home. And me, I like to visit here. I like coming home here. That's what I like to do. But I got this troubadour spirit. I mean, I still want to get out and play, and I can't stay still. My feet get itchy, and I want to move, and then I want to come back here again. So
right, a good place to come back to, right?
Yeah,
yeah. So 6 feet apart, was that done during the pandemic?
Yes, at the worst of it.
Tell me about that song. I like that song actually, and the little hook to the song. It's not just 6 feet apart. Tell me about it.
Well, at the time, I got a lot of people got a lot of flack on that song because they were like, you're making light of a very serious situation. People are dying. I don't think any of us didn't lose somebody during that. And if we didn't, then we know somebody that did.
Right.
And, we were locked up. It's the one time in the world history that I know of, besides the Great Flood, where everybody got to experience something together. No matter where you were in the world, you experienced COVID.
Yep.
Good or bad, I remember people just running around fearful like crazy, and I didn't like that. That's another story. That's where This Is America came from, was the fear part of it. But I remember, all the things that you remember going into grocery stores and seeing you could walk this way and you had to walk that way and you had to have rubber gloves on and masks, and people's eyes were like this. They were scared of everything, and
yeah,
I wasn't making light of the situation as much as just expressing how I felt about it. And everybody was watching Tiger King on TV, and everybody's pets were sick of them because they were seeing too much of them, and everybody was feeling weird in grocery stores, and the restaurants were shut down, and you had to go curbside, and just weird situations. And that song, it just kind of came into my head, all those words, and the first line, 6 feet apart or 6 feet under,
right?
And that was kind of the root of the song. But everybody was saying, if you don't do this, you could, you're putting people's lives at risk. You could be dead. And that's the 6 feet under part. And it's not funny,
but it's true.
Yeah. And sometimes if you don't laugh, then you're going to cry. Right.
Right.
So I don't know.
It's a great song. I love that song. And you know what, the timing of it is what it is. People have to have faith over fear. That's what they need. And this is a great song. I'm honored to even showcase this great song because I do believe that you get to see Queen Ruth Ann in it.
Love it.
All right, let's check it out as I present 6 feet apart with Robbie Litt right here on the Queen Silvy Show.
Thank you.
Well, I don't mind staying home, and I'm okay being alone. I'm just getting in my zone. If you need me, call me on the phone. Where is all the toilet paper? We're all looking at our neighbor. Got me thinking, start to wonder, 6 feet apart or 6 feet under. Don't eat bats unless you're Aussie. Karen's acting like a Nazi. Social distance violators. People say that they're the haters. I can only see your eyes. Your face and hands are in disguise. Looks like you're here to rob and plunder. 6 feet apart or 6 feet under. Whitty said, turn off the news. Build a garden, grow what you choose. How much have you got to lose? You got 500,000 views. Restaurants have shut their doors. Things are weird in grocery stores. Makes you stop to think and wonder. 6 feet apart or 6 feet under. Been so long since since I saw Ma. She's sick of playing cards with Pa. My wife started growing claws. My beard looks like Spanish moss. Waking up has lost its luster. Faith and hope are hard to muster. All my friends have become buskers. Netflix better not go under. Tell me something I don't know. Where am I allowed to go? I'm not afraid, but it makes you wonder. 6 feet apart or 6 feet under. Tiger King is on TV. Too bad old Joe will never see. He's become a big rock star now that he's behind those bars. Where have all the good times gone? Where did everything go wrong? Makes you stop to think and wonder. 6 feet apart or 6 feet under. Liquor stores that can't keep up. Cannabis stocks are blowing up. Homeschool moms have lost their minds. Cops are scared to give out fines. My dog won't play fetch with me. She just wants to be left be. She can't speak, but I can see. She's seen more than enough of me. No, I don't mind staying home, and I'm okay being alone. I've started hoarding toilet paper. Don't come by, but call me later. I guess that's the state of things. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Makes you stop to think and wonder. 6 feet apart or 6 feet under. I choked on my coke in the hardware store. They locked it down and bleached the floor. Now I'm stuck in quarantine. Talk about making a scene. 6 feet apart or 6 feet under. 6 feet apart or 6 feet under.
You know that. You know what? I love that song, and I don't know what people have a problem about it for. It makes you smile. You can relate to it. It's funny. I loved you going in the kitchen with all that toilet paper.
That was funny. I can't believe people took offense to that. I mean, what?
That was
Chill out.
right.
Well, there's always those few people, you know. But what's funny to me is I'm still wearing the same outfit.
Oops. Wait a minute. I got this same shirt on.
That's all right. I do a video like I know you thought I had this on last week.
That's what makes you country.
Right. That's all right. I'm loving it. I'm appreciating having you on the show. Matter of fact, I'm a fan. Well, wait, not a fan. I'm a stalker. How about that?
Yeah.
Right?
Love it.
That's what all the fans and followers are called, stalkers. Who named them stalkers? Did you?
No, they did. We got this crazy bunch. We love them. I call them crazy playfully, but they're from Jacksonville. It started, and they this horde of people, and they follow us around where we're playing, whether it's a solo gig like just me or family or duo, and they come out to the shows and like they're nuts. They'll go out on the sidewalk and tell people to come in and, hey, you got to see Robbie Litt, and we just love them. They're awesome.
Hey, that's what it's about.
Yeah,
I like that. I'm a stalker now, so get used to it now, buddy. But you know, social media is the end thing. It's the gateway to any and everything. I mean, since the pandemic, I've seen concerts of artists that I never could even afford their tickets to see them in concert. Now you see them on social media. So everybody's on social media for one reason or another. But how do you make social media work and benefit you and your music?
See, I'm old school and I'm still struggling with that. Luckily, Ruth Ann's kind of onto that a lot more than I am, and she understands that it's more valuable probably than anything these days, or just as valuable as anything as far as getting your name out there and everything. But that's a good question. I need to work on that actually.
Yeah,
we need more social media and more stuff like this. This kind of stuff.
Well, do you ever even feel like challenged or pressured by these overnight sensations? You know, everybody get on the internet and they think, "Ring."
No, I get jealous, to be honest. If I'm being honest, I get jealous because I put my heart and soul into my music, and yeah, there's in some ways go for it. But you'll see a kid come up overnight.
Mm-hmm.
I put like years and years and years in, and some kid will just
Yeah,
wear some
I already know, and I understand because that's how it is. They get on the internet, and some artists work hard, they grind hard, they do all the song, and then you have someone to get on and digitally, come up with something, and they don't know it all because music, it's a business. It's more than just that. Although social media has its benefits, let's face it. Look at you and I. You're in Georgia and I'm in Ohio, and right now we're kicking it. That's the new word I'm trying to be hip.
So yeah, it really is. It's all about the hook. If you come in with the right hook at the right time, that's all it takes. And it's just when that door opens up, are you ready to go through it?
Yeah.
Well, see, you know a lot more than and what it takes than some of the overnight sensations because of your experience and what you've been through and here and there. So, do you have any words of advice or maybe some do's and don'ts for anybody who might want to aspire towards a similar path with their career?
I would. My first thing that I would tell anybody, especially younger people or whoever that are just trying to get started out, just first of all, don't give up ever. Just don't give up. That would be my number one. That was my dad's dying words to me. Don't give up. And not just about music, but for anything. If you feel passionate about something and you believe in it, never give up. You just keep doing it.
That's right. That's right.
Love what you do. Have fun. And be sincere, just be sincere. People feel that. I always, and I'm talking like this right now, but I get discouraged too. We did a contest, and we still do this every once in a while. I don't know why, because I should know better. Stay out of contests.
Woo! Where's my audience on that one? Listen. Yes.
Yeah, you can't take something that you wrote right from your heart and your gut and put it in a contest and then have somebody beat you out with some song that they just came up with that sounds like a nursery rhyme and then feel good about yourself afterwards. And that's what happens is, for me, is that as artists, we tend to be insecure, and that's why we need to stay away from things like that. And just don't play your music in places where it's not appreciated. Nothing against football. Don't play a sports bar and play your song that you wrote from your heart underneath a big TV set where people are cheering at the game.
Right.
They don't care.
Right.
Don't do it.
Right.
We do get ourselves into those situations.
Oh, yes.
And that happens to everyone.
I know exactly
been in that
what you're talking about.
Particular environment.
Yeah.
But you got to realize that, especially if you're in a contest, you're on somebody else's home turf. So, good luck winning to begin with.
Yeah.
And secondly, you should get some gratification that if you even pick up one additional person that follows you and helps promote you, you won.
That's how I look at it. As a stand-up comedian also, I've done those contests, and all they care about is how many people can you bring. You know what I mean? Or they already know.
They already know who's gonna win.
Yeah, I don't do the contest either. It's experience is done, and I have my opinion where I say you could take that job and shove it. No, I don't. I don't do that there. But I feel you definitely on that right there. Oh, Robbie Litt. He said something. I didn't hear it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't think art has any place in a contest. I don't think anybody should be judging your music, especially from
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, I said it before. I'll say it again. Oh, Robbie Litt, you are one cool guy doing some great things. I mean, really great things. I am now one of those stalkers, but keep me informed on anything else that you're doing out there because I would love to share it out there in the world. Do you have maybe some tours? What's planned for the summer? What's planned for the rest of the 2023?
Well, first of all, right back at you, Queen Silvy. I love you guys. You're amazing, and I appreciate you very, very much, more than you know. And I'm not just kissing up. I really do.
Thank you very much.
About myself, but as far as touring goes, we signed with a couple different booking agencies, and of course, that we're with Nashville Weekly Entertainment, and they're working really hard with us to kind of help us find our spot. But I've got a massive fan base out in Texas, and I can't wait to get back out there. I'm heading out tomorrow morning actually to play Do-Si-Do, and possibly the Barn the next day. I might be opening for somebody out in Houston.
Oh.
But we're going to be spending some time in Texas. We're going to be all over the place. I'm going to be doing a lot of listening rooms because of what we just talked about. I'm kind of getting tired of, I want to be places where people are there to listen to my
Texas
music.
is great.
We love
Texas.
Texas.
We were there 7 years. Yeah.
Love Texas.
Yeah.
Oh,
do too.
man.
Texans.
Yeah. I do too. Matter of fact, Yeah. So before we go out with This Is America, is there anything that you want to add or say that I perhaps did not say? I didn't give your social security number away.
Yeah, you can if you want. No,
Just kidding. No. No.
they make my bank account. It's okay. Yeah, Smooth. Make sure you listen to Black, White, and Blue. If you haven't already, that's the song for you, man.
Black, White, and Blue.
And I just want to encourage everybody listening, please. Fortunately and unfortunately, our music as artists gets judged by our numbers on places like Spotify, especially, and YouTube. So if you can go on and subscribe to the Robbie Litt YouTube channel, check out my videos, and keep in touch. And also, definitely Spotify. It helps us out a lot. It helps us get further. People look at those numbers and somehow they think that means you're good or you're bad. So
right.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
You don't have on there.
Yeah.
And those stalkers we were talking about, they tend to be our age. I'm going to say generally our age. And we don't really go on Spotify, do we? I didn't until somebody told me about it.
Right.
Like my kid, get on there.
Right. Well, we'll make sure we share that link out as well because it is important. That's the new thing. Those numbers like this here. Back in the day, the thing was being signed to a contract with a label, and then they do all the work and everything. Now it's more independence and more, work. Social media and all these other things out here. And yeah, those numbers, sometimes they make me sick. Oh, how are your numbers? I'm like, well, how are you? Don't ask me how is
when we was in the radio station in Dallas, it was definitely all about the numbers because we had 3.5 million.
Yeah.
And it was always they want more and more. And it's like, geez,
And at the end of the day, if you can make a difference to just that one person, believe you me, you've done your duty and your job. And then that one person spreads the word and word of mouth, and it can get that away as well. There's many ways to do it. We're honored to be able to have you on the platform and share you out to the world, get you some more stalkers. Don't blame me.
That's right.
Those
your
stalkers
fault.
coming.
Not our fault.
But to tell everybody how you can be followed on social media.
Look up Robbie Litt on Facebook. Look up Robbie Litt on Instagram. And like Spotify and YouTube, like I said, and just stuff like this. Thank you so much. Yeah, share this, guys. If you're out there and you're a stalker, share this on your Facebook page. Props to Smooth and Queen Silvy. You guys are amazing. Love you guys.
I know. Say it again. I'm what? Amazing. I know. Thanks. but listen. Say that again.
You're awesome. I love you guys.
Hey, tell me about This Is America before you go.
This Is America. Again, written about it's a post-COVID song. About, you said fear and faith, and
yes.
and that it was the same idea. I did fear and fear and freedom. Don't trade your freedom for fear, which is to me freedom and faith are the same.
That's
They
right.
go together.
That's right. Yes, it does.
There's a shot, Smooth, you'll appreciate this. There's a shot in the middle of the video for this where we're going down the main street of Jacksonville, and it's for a police funeral for an older gentleman that passed away. And as a Canadian kid, it really touched me to see all these people on the side of the road, putting their hand over their heart and paying tribute. Even homeless people were doing it. And I thought, patriotic Americans got special.
Yeah, you're going to break Smooth down with that one.
Well, you made me think about my dad was in law enforcement for over 40 years. He was a chief.
He's a captain to me.
And, his funeral procession was like 6 miles long. It was crazy. All cops. It was insane. But, it's a brotherhood.
Yeah. And just, there's not too many, I regardless of what you think, I've had bad run-ins with police. I've had the smug ones before.
We all have. Come on, right? I have.
Right?
They're there. But there's only a few professions, military veterans and first responders. I tell everybody this. they literally put their life on the line for people that don't even know who they are,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes hate them, and that I have to respect that. I really do. And as a musician, you know, we don't like authority usually, but I you know, Ruth Ann kind of taught me just from watching her that they're really good people for the most part.
Yes.
There's a few schmucks out there, but I mean, unfortunately, the ones that get the attention, but they're really good people, and I
agree
don't like
with you.
authority, but I respect them, you know
I
what
agree with you. It's the bad schmucks out here that's making it bad for all the good people.
That's true in every
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. So hats off to Queen Ruth Ann. By all means, one day I'm going to be sitting out in the audience somewhere, and I am. You're going to know it's me because I'm going to be jumping all everywhere.
Stage with us still.
I'm going to be the super stalker you've never seen before. That's for sure. But listen,
We're gonna have on stage. That's what we're gonna do.
absolutely, I'm looking forward to it. Keep me posted on anything that you are doing. We most definitely is going to be in touch with you. Tell me the name of that song you want Smooth to check out because I can showcase it on my
Black,
Thursday
white, and blue,
show.
I think he said.
White, blue. Just remember the police American flag.
Got
Black,
it.
white, and blue.
Got it. All right, we're going to go out with This Is America by the one and only Robbie Litt. He is the man. Follow this guy. We'll be in touch.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
All right.
I enjoyed the hell out of that.
This Is America by Robbie Litt right here.
Here we go.
Was a warm September morning when I first heard the news. 2 planes had crashed in New York City. No one knew what to do. Everybody has a theory, but no one knows for sure. One thing I can tell you is this country will endure. This is America, the land of the free, home of the brave. This is our creed. This is America, we're not afraid. We don't turn away. It's the home of the brave. Well, you can't take away our freedom. It's our God-given right. If you try, make no mistake, we will rise up and fight. So many died for that old glory and for all the things she stands. Some gave everything they had just to live here in this land. This is America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. This is our creed. This is America, we're not afraid. We don't turn away. It's the home of the brave. It's easy to forget all the sacrifices made. You don't know how hot the sun is when you're sitting in the shade. You don't have to think like me. It's okay to disagree. If you want to take a stand, you're allowed to in this land. 'Cause this is America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. This is our creed. This is America, we're not afraid. We don't turn away. It's the home of the brave. We will stand and fight for freedom. Give our lives for the cause. Humble but strong, we'll fly on glory like a beacon in the storm. Don't be fooled if we seem tempted. We will stop you in your tracks. We don't tolerate oppression. It don't go here, that's a fact. This is America, the land of the free, home of the brave. This is our creed. This is America. We're not afraid. We don't turn away. It's the home of the brave. This is America. Land of the free. Home of the brave. This is our creed. This is America. We're not afraid. We don't turn away. It's the home of the brave. This is America. The land of the free. Home of the brave. This is our creed. This is America. We're not afraid. We don't turn away. It's the home of the brave.
That is, I'd be like, yeah. That is Robbie Litt, baby. Go to RobbieLitt.com. Type in Robbie Litt on your Google search. Go to Facebook. This guy is everywhere. He should be right now on your shelf with all your other music, all the CDs. We have 4 albums available. Listen, you need to get with the program and go there, especially YouTube, and sign up for his YouTube channel and Spotify. It's so very important to keep the greatness going. And this is definitely some greatness, because I'm a stalker now. You hear me?
There you
I'm
are.
a stalker, and I'm going to stalk Robbie Litt down, and then I'm going to stalk down Queen Ruth Ann. That's his queen, his wife, so she can teach me a few things. Just tell me something that I don't know about that bass, because, yeah, I'm a music head. But I hope you are, too, on
We
this
got room in here?
terrific Tuesday, the Queen Silvy Show. You know, I don't have time to do shout outs.
No.
Yes, I do.
No.
Yes, I do.
Come
I'm going to give
on.
those shout outs to my great queens and kings from all over the world, like you, Kinsley Patinio, Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley Follett Clark, and Kenneth Rouse. Shout out to you. To Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Patinio, Joe Mercer. Shout out to you. To Queen Aaliyah, Kay, Maya, Camille, and Dejour, shout out to you. To my grandsons, you know they are my princes, Prince Amari, Jonathan Jr., and Tyron, shout out to you. As well as Lee, Allen Sr., Jonathan Sr., Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Brianna, and Alana, shout out to you. To Kelly and Ryan and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy, and the All-American Girls, shout out to you. Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, C. Shorty Franklin, Pamela Anderson, Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, and Donna Ferry, Pam Bailey, shout out to you. To my good friends down in Africa, Amy Kanema, Webster Rito, Hostile Flow, Hero Boy, and Princess Area Lua, shout out to you. In the Netherlands, Edith Verhoek, shout out to you. To my good friends and my good queens in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, Kay Cross, shout out to you. To Lorenzo Gabaniza, James and Audrey, Serious Edition, Queen D. Brown, shout out to you. Melody Gore Dobb, Miguel Montalban, Joe Mass, Angela Baker, shout out to you. Hey. If you would love to be shouted out, if you have someone you would love for us to represent and shout out, we will most definitely do that 3 days a week. Every Tuesday with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits, special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas. And every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. You know, we do have Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game. Is our contestant here?
Let me see. I believe they
Hey,
are.
welcome back to this terrific Tuesday on the Queen Silvy Show. You know what time it is? It is time for Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game. And we have a contestant here, the last contestant for the month of February, going for all that cash. Is my contestant here?
Boom.
Hey.
Contestant is here.
All right, contestant. State your name and where you're calling from.
What's up? What's up?
What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name is LP, and I'm calling from the great state of Texas.
All right, LP. It's very simple. Smooth Tim is going to call out a letter, and I'll say on your mark, get set, go. You will have 60 seconds to name as many words as you can, beginning with that letter. If you are ready, Smooth.
All right.
What is the letter?
The letter of the day is T.
T as in tutu, baby. All right. Well, if you're ready on your mark, get set, go.
T. Teacup. Tiger. Tiger cub. Teflon. Target. Targets. Targeting. Topes. Tall. Tallest. Taller. Teenager. Teen. Tight. Titties. Tits. Triangular. Trivestic. Tripping. Trip. Trimester. Teeny. Tiny. Tightrope. Try.
There it is. Hold on, let me count. Oh, I was loving those words there. 5, 10, 31 words is not bad. Dang. 31 words. Well, we're going to let you know in a little bit later today, if you have the winner. But I appreciate you so much for taking the time. Well, Sylvia made the fun word game. If you got someone, a friend, or someone who would love to play, we would love to have them play next Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we get this going.
Thank you so much for participating.
So, hey, listen, before you go, tell everybody how you can be followed.
You can follow me on Snapchat. You can follow me on YouTube at LP's Flavor Review.
That's what's up. Hey, I thank you so much for taking the time on this terrific Tuesday. We will be in touch with you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And happy birthday, Queen.
Ooh. Bye.
All right. Is this good?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
See, he told my birthday.
Somebody did their research.
Yeah, they've been researching
you.
me. Like, what? Happy birthday, Queen! It's Friday.
Somebody did their research on you.
That's all right.
Turnabout's fair play, though, Queen.
That's all right. Do your research on me, boo boo. That's what I say. But you know what? It was fun. That was funny. He was like bucking those eyes.
That was funny.
Laughing. Tits. Well, they begin with T, so it counts. But you know what? You can come aboard as well and play Sylvia Me at the fun word guessing game. We do it every Tuesday. Whomever at the end of the month has the most words, you win that cash no matter where you are in the world today. We will announce today later on who that winner for the month of February 2023 Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game winner is. But hey, it's all fun. QueenSylviaComic.com, theQueenSilvyShow.com, or where you're viewing or listening to this is where you can come aboard as well as send us your name and your contact information, and it is all good. But you know it's Tuesday, you know I've been fasting, you know I'm ready to eat. But before we do, Smooth, how can we be followed?
We can simply be followed by going to www.theQueenSilvyShow.com that you see scrolling up there, or go to our YouTube site and just simply type in The Queen Silvy Show. Otherwise, we're Googleable.
Yeah, we're Googleable. Here, find us. We're not hard to be found. We're always here to bring the best in live entertainment, talents, and topics, as well as resources from around the world to you. We will be back tomorrow for Tim's Tidbits with special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas. That is in the evenings, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do check your time zones. And again, join us Thursday for the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim, where we have some magnificent kings and queens from all over the world sharing their gift, their talent, inspirational, encouraging, and even funny segments just for you. That too is in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, do check your time zones.
Please
so,
do.
I'm going to go and get me something to eat. Whatever you do, make sure it's positive and it's good. Enjoy your day. Be kind, people. Be kind. And with that said,
we're out of here.
Hey.
Till next week, same Queen time, same Queen station. Peace.
Mm-hmm.